got a chance to see Axel F, the next installment in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I am your host, Frank Zanka, an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a working filmmaker. I'm working on a couple projects right now. Have a couple meetings tomorrow. So exciting stuff. We're just waiting for the last shoe to drop with one more strike. So yes, we have the Teamsters that may be striking at the end of the month, and that's why everybody's on hold. So hopefully that will free up, and everybody will finally get back to where the production schedule normally is. If you'd like to read anything that I've written, I am on Amazon and Audible. You can check out the description below for the link to Amazon, and check out some of the stuff I've written. I write mostly fantasy and sci-fi, and then my graphic novels. You can see one behind me. It's my vampire mob in the 50s, etc. But anyway, let's talk about Axel F, which is the new Beverly Hills Cop movie. I was a huge fan of the original. I thought that was an amazing film. It was funny, it was smart, and it was action-packed. And, you know, the other two really didn't hold up a candle to the original. And now we have the fourth installment, and I gotta say that Eddie Murphy looks great. He holds up from, how many years ago? Shit, it's been decades. I was kind of excited and nervous to see this film because you never know nowadays if they're going to mess with the IP, and, the fact that, he was one of the producers on it was great, but you just never know. The director here is from London and has really not done anything. The other two out of the three guys, so it was directed by Mark Molloy, that's how you say it. And again, he's done nothing. This is really the first foray into feature films for him. Looks like he's done some corporate and stuff like that. Then we have Danilo Bach and Daniel Petrie Jr., and they were both the writers on the original and the subsequent lower-end movies for Beverly Hills Cop. And then you had Will Beall come in here. He also wrote Aquaman and a few other films as well, Gangsterland, or whatever they called it. And so he's got some more up-to-date stuff. Yeah, I gotta say, overall, I was laughing at it. It did have some really funny stuff. I kind of agree with all of the other reviews that I saw that it should have been on the big screen. I don't know why Netflix didn't do that. Maybe they don't think they make enough money on that without it being exclusive to Netflix. I don't know the reasoning, because this, of all films, with the nostalgia stuff, maybe because they didn't want to market it, I don't know. But I don't think that you needed much marketing for this anyway. You probably could have sent out a press release, since Eddie Murphy was a producer on this, sent him out to like a little press junket, and that's it. Yeah, I really would have liked to have seen this on the big screen. The action, I thought, was very good. There wasn't a whole lot of CGI as far as I could tell. And the original actors stepped, seamlessly into their previous characters. We had Judge Reinhold, coming back as Billy, and then Taggart. And then, of course, we had a new... we also had Serge come in for a couple of scenes. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I thought, did a really good job as being the straight guy. And he did a really good job. And Kevin Bacon, who we just saw in Maxine, he doesn't have as good a role here as he had in Maxine. And then you have Taylor Page playing the daughter. I can safely say that I've seen nothing. She's worked forever, probably for the last 20 years. But I've seen nothing that she's done. Just nothing. She was good. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. So that was the thing with this film, is that it needed something else. It needed another layer, because the plot was, we've seen it 100 times before. Here we have corrupt cops. That's it. That's the entire thing. So he comes back to Beverly Hills because Billy goes missing and his daughter was threatened. So he wanted to make sure that even though that they were estranged, that he was able to be there for her and protect her. The estrangement side is decent and not good at the same time, because we understand why he put distance between the family. But come on, his entire life, 30 years, the whole reason being is that he was fearful for their lives, because some of the cases he was on, it was almost like a superhero situation where he felt like he was putting them in danger. But that case should have wrapped up within 30 years or whatever, because she was 30 years old. So I didn't really buy it. So the plot was a little weak, very weak. And then you had the estrangement just didn't work. And then you had Billy, which he didn't even know if he was alive or not. And he really didn't seem that concerned. Everybody knew that the guy was captured, and they don't know where he was being held. But for all you know, he was dead. And nobody really had a problem with that. It started out with a racial thing, and I was like, rolled my eyes at it. Thankfully, it ended up being a joke. But nowadays, back in the day, it would have been a joke. Everybody would have sort of laughed, whatever. But nowadays, you never know if there was, something embedded that they were, the writer was trying to say, whether it fit the narrative of the film or not. But thankfully, it wasn't. It was just thrown in there to make the guy feel uncomfortable, and it was a joke. And I liked the whole beginning with all of the action scenes. Even though this director, he must have had an amazing second unit director, stunt coordinator on this, because they made the practical stunts look very, very good, and they must have been very, very expensive. I don't even know how they did some of that. The garbage truck scene in the beginning, very good. Him taking the little scooter thing with the police ticket meter maid little scooter thing, I thought that was a good scene also. But the best scene is the helicopter scene. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt just knocked it out of the park with that scene. He's like, I think I'm going to pass out. They're like, what the hell are they doing? It was really good, really funny. The way that the helicopter moved, almost impossible to CGI the amount of movement that thing was doing. So it may have been a little bit of both, but there had to be some practical stuff in there. The fact that they had to shut down, Sunset or whatever they did it on, or maybe it was Wilshire, but I think it was more Sunset and stuff like that. But I don't think it was Wilshire. Wilshire doesn't have many stores on it. They have higher end stores, but I don't know. But yeah, so I definitely recommend watching it, and it is a good addition to the franchise. And again, Paul Reiser, Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, all those guys just step right into their old parts. It was totally seamless, and the way that they wrote Axel felt like Axel. And then they mentioned the knife, and they never went and got the knife ever. So, like I said, there was some plot holes in it. If you think about it, you're just like, huh? But it was enjoyable while you were sitting there. Not a great movie, for sure. It definitely doesn't live up to the first one in the least. But definitely enjoyable, funny, and action-packed. And I love seeing all the old characters again. Eddie Murphy just knocks out of the park with this character. And he looks great for his age, man. He's awesome. So, and, his sense of humor was still there. And the way he connives people and all that stuff was all in there. And I respect all that. So yeah, definitely a high recommend for me. Even though I'm going to probably give it like a 7.5. It's, it's above average. But, I don't know if I'm passing through. It's not something I'm going to look for to rewatch. And if it is, it's just like 2 or 3 scenes and that's it. Well, what do you guys think? Did you guys see it? Did you like it? Am I being overcritical of it? Let me know. But I love the character, and I think if they can make another one, I think they should make another one. Just give it, come on, can I make a little bit more plot here than Dirty Cops? It's so overdone now. Anyway, check out some of my books in the link below in the description. Remember to give me a like and a subscribe. And if you can't subscribe, please do. I am trying to grow the channel out. Ring that bell, ding, ding. Check out some other videos here. I also do comic reviews and things like that. And I am also going to do a review on the new House of the Dragon. Did get to see that just now as well. All right. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.